What is up, everyone, and welcome back to more Death Note. I am here today with episode 3. I hope you guys are enjoying the month of VIP. Now, the next time I'm probably going to do this will be, I was thinking December, actually, because I've got a lot going on in the run-up to Christmas. Yes, the C word, because it will be upon us before you know it. I'm in love with Death Note so far. And the last episode was crazy. I mean, Light, basically, he got done over so fast. Like, he thought he was being so cocky, like, killing someone on TV. Like, what are you thinking? Like, you're so stupid. So, L has managed to kind of narrow down where he thinks Light is. And he thinks he's doing the justice. Light thinks he's doing the justice. I don't know. It's always difficult to determine who is on the correct side of justice. Thank you so much for all the love and support. I've been really excited about doing like a VIP special month. So August is here. I'm having a blast. Also, don't forget to hit me up over on my social media and make sure that you are part of the Discord. All right, let's delve on into episode 3.
You bastard.
Now, try to kill me.
I am justice. What the hell is going on?
Can I just say it's kind of crazy that the person that Light killed, who was being used for the TV, was so good at speaking. I mean, he was about to be executed anyway, but he was so good at, like, playing L's character. Like, isn't that kind of crazy when you think about it? What wasted potential?
There are 14 people who claim to either know Kira or who have seen him. All 14 accounts were followed up on and carefully documented. However, nobody could provide any information that wasn't already publicly available. And lastly, this week there were an additional 21 people who called in claiming to be Kira.
I highly doubt that Light would be phoning an investigation team.
We have confirmed that information of the heart attack victims was in fact publicly available in Japan immediately prior to their deaths. Also, concerning L's request that we investigate the time of death for each victim, we found that all of them occurred between the hours of 4 p.m. and 2 a.m. on weekdays, local time, with 68% of them occurring between 8 p.m. and 12 a.m. Weekends and holidays appear to be the exception to this rule, as the times of death vary much more widely than during the week.
Our suspect could very well be a student.
Oh my gosh, like, it's actually mental how many mistakes Light is making, that when you write everything down, he's leaving a lot of traces of who he is.
I believe that is the shortest route to finding and arresting Kira. Please.
Also, I would say that the most intelligent people is who you should be going after as well. Based on, like, what he's doing, they're not going to think it's a dumbass that's doing it.
In the last few days throughout the world, but especially here in Japan, we've observed a dramatic decrease in the number of violent crimes committed.
We've suspected something like that would happen. Anything else?
No.
Well, that's it. People would be too scared to piss anyone off because they don't know who Kira is and they don't want to die, you know, for being a bad person.
I would like you to go back and take a closer look at the exact way in which the victims' identities were made public. Be as thorough as possible.
In particular, I want to know if photos of the victims were made available to the public in Japan.
About what I said earlier at our meeting. Well, now that I think about it, I'm sure everyone already knew that. I wanted to apologize.
What on earth are you talking about? Nobody said it would be easy to speak the truth, but it has to be done, especially when it's something that isn't easy to say.
Huh?
Having said that, if you'd gone on to say that we should commend Kira for doing such a great job of reducing violent crime, then yes, I might have had a little problem with that.
Well, I was going to say, it's all about the way that he delivered what he was saying, but he's not wrong. You know, obviously crime is going to go down because people are scared.
Why don't you at least try the last problem by yourself?
I will, but maybe after dinner.
Yeah, right.
Helping your sister with her homework. You sure are relaxed.
Of course. If the police try to come after me, I'm pretty confident I've got something that'll give me the advantage. Hey, glad you could join us for dinner. You hungry, Dad?
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Oh, that's his dad? Oh my god.
My big brother's a genius.
That's my son. We're all
Oh
proud
my
of him.
god, I can't believe that his
Okay,
dad
then.
is the one that's like
You're
head of the investigation.
I'm not able to say too much about it. This case I'm working on now is really tough.
I see.
It's easy for me to hack into Dad's computer. We're on a home network, so I can copy the files I need without leaving a trace. This way I can keep track of their investigation.
Oh my gosh. And he can like manipulate the situation as well, so if they go anywhere near him, he can literally just erase it and be like, nah, nothing to do with me.
Looks like the police are already beginning to suspect a student.
I guess that means you're in trouble.
If the cause of death is written within 40 seconds of writing the person's name, it will happen. If the cause of death is not specified, the person will simply die of a heart attack. After writing the cause of death, details of the death should be written in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds. That sound right to you, Ryuk? Looks like I'll be able to provide you with more entertainment now.
Oh, why don't you just ask yourself if it's really worth doing what you're doing? Because I'm really starting to question, like, is this going to turn out well for him in the end? What's your goal?
Inmate 148, what's wrong? Snap out of it!
This is just crazy. It's like he's just going about his day-to-day, you know, play some football, be a student, and people are just dying left, right, and center.
It does appear less likely now that Kira's a student, but that's not the message he's sending by doing this. Ask yourselves, why every hour? And why are all these victims in prisons where they are sure to be discovered immediately? Why not other criminals like before? I believe Kira is telling us that not only can he kill from a distance, but he can also determine the time of death.
This can only mean that Kira has access to police information.
Oh my gosh! Like, this L person is so intelligent. So now he's figuring out that it's got to be someone who's related to someone on the investigation. It's like he's just taking them straight to him.
What is he hoping to achieve in the end?
Well, that's what I keep asking as well. Like, does he just want to be a god?
You still don't understand human beings. In this world, there are very few people who actually trust each other. And it's no different for the police, you know. What's especially important is that Elle and the investigators don't trust each other at all. Think about it. Could you trust someone whose name and face you don't even know? He'll be obligated to start investigating the police to find the source of the leak. When that happens, it'll only be a matter of time before the police start resenting Elle. On the surface, it will appear that Elle and the investigation team are working together to try to catch me. But in reality, Elle will investigate the police, and they will be investigating Elle.
And then he just goes back to doing whatever he wants to do. God, man. Intelligent people are dangerous.
With all due respect, Chief, we're resigning. We demand that you assign us to a different case. Otherwise, you can have our badges right here and now.
Why? You're good cops.
Isn't it clear? It's because we value our lives, sir.
Well, if I were Kira, sir, I'd probably want to try and get rid of the people who are trying to catch me.
Let's face it, he knows he'll be sentenced to death if he's caught.
We all sat here and watched when Elle decided to pull that media stunt and challenged Kira to kill him. Well, it was all very impressive at the time. Every single one of those victims' names and photos were broadcast to the Japanese public, and then they died. Unlike someone we know, we're out there investigating this case wearing police IDs with our names and photos on them.
So Light is absolutely correct. More and more people are losing faith from within the investigation because Elle doesn't have to show his face and they don't trust him. My question is, though, do you think Light would go after his own father? Can you imagine if there's like beings like this that are actually all around us and we can't see them? Ooh.
We brought the FBI to Japan 4 days ago. They're fully operational. As requested, they're now gathering intel on the police.
I am sure that somewhere in this list of police officers and the people closest to them, we will find our suspect.
If you don't want to hear me, you can plug your ears or something.
Yeah, just walk
First
down
of
the
all,
street
I
like
don't have
that.
anything against you. I actually think the notebook couldn't have been picked up by a better person. But make no mistake, Light, I'm not on your side or Elle's side. But as your roommate, I might have a few things to say now and then.
What's this about, Ryuk? Why are you telling me all this stuff now anyway? It's really not like you.
It's just that I'm no ally of yours, or Kira's if you prefer. The only reason I'm gonna tell you this is because personally it's starting to creep me out.
Get to the point already.
You're being followed by another human. He's watching you right now.
How could you not even notice?
It's really starting to get on my nerves. I realize there's no way he can see me. But because I'm always following behind you wherever you go, I feel like I'm constantly being watched.
That's a problem. I'll have to get rid of him as soon as possible.
So who is it though? It's like Metal Gear Solid 4. That mission where you're following someone and then someone's following you too. Such a good game.
Above all, I need my stalker's name. Once I figure that out, I can get rid of him for good.
Light. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. What makes a Shinigami and a human who has a Death Note different? Well, there are two things. And why do Shinigami have to write the names of humans in their Death Notes? You got any ideas?
Of course not. Why would I know that?
Let's say you have a human who is due to live until the age of 60, and a god of death wrote that this person would die at 40. 60 minus 40 equals 20. Now those 20 years taken from someone in the human world are added to that god of death's life. No matter how many names you write in your Death Note, your lifespan will not increase. That is the first difference between gods of death and humans who possess a Death Note.
Okay, so what's the point of the conversation then?
Shinigami can tell what a person's name is by just looking at their face. We know instantly. And do you have any idea why? Because through a Shinigami's eyes, a human's name can be seen above their head. Not only that, we see their lifespan as well.
Their name and...
So basically, if you look at the stalker, then...
And right now...
Oh my god.
If I converted that to human time, I could tell you how many years you've got left. But there's no way I'd ever tell you that.
But you can tell us who the stalker is though, right?
Our eyes just aren't the same, and that is the difference between you and I. However, if a Shinigami drops his Death Note and a human picks it up, he can grant that human the eyes of a Shinigami.
Oh!
But only if a deal is made, one that's been with us since ancient times.
And what's the deal?
The price for having a Shinigami's eyes is half of that person's remaining lifespan. That's all it is.
Oh.
Half of my remaining lifespan.
Yeah. In other words, if you were supposed to live another 50 years, it'll be 25.
Oh, this isn't worth the risk. No way. Don't do it.
You're saying that I can't simply borrow your powers. I'd have to pay for them.
That's right. It's a key part of the code that all Shinigami are bound by. I'll say this once more. Give me half your remaining lifespan, and I'll give you the Shinigami eyes.
If I had that power, the Death Note would only be easier to use.
But is it worth half your life? Oh. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna throw that one to you guys in the comment section. Oh god, should I even be asking this? What would you do? I can't even get into the headspace of Light, because what he's doing is so out there that, like, he's so intelligent and he could go on to do other things, but instead he just wants to kill people. So, and I get it, like, he's killing the bad people, but in doing so he's probably going to become bad himself. That's all I can see coming from this. Should I throw the question to myself? Like, I wouldn't do it. But then I'm not in the same mindset as what he's currently doing. But no, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't shorten my life just so that I could make my life easier to kill people, okay? But I reckon he's gonna take it. I think he's gonna take it. Oh, you're so bad. You're so bad. But this show, so good. So good. All right. Thank you so much for watching my reaction to this episode. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.